Lowe's knows to bring your vision to life, it's important to find the right color. That's why MyLowe's Rewards members get a free Valspar paint or exterior stain sample to test your look to confidently refresh your space. Offer valid in-store only 8/7 to 8/20. Limit 1 per customer while supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See associate for details. Rewards program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Hey everybody, welcome. Pardon me. Welcome to another episode of Keys to the Jet. I'm your host, Red. Hope everyone's having a great week. Rolling up to the weekend. Yeah, it's time to catch up on some stuff. We're going to go through our normal This Day in Aviation. Sorry, I was sick this week. So if I sound a little sick, my bad. Yeah, so we'll get into some stuff today. This Day in Aviation, Air Force times, go through some news, and then I got a little history for you. A little history for you. Or we may go through the history first and then go through the rest of it, to get through the whatnots. Yeah, like I said, I hope everyone is having a great week. You remember, if for anyone if this is your first time being here, welcome. Thank you for showing up to the show. You can find us on any. Hold on. All right, sorry about that. You can find us on all the social medias: Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Rumble, TikTok, X. We are active on all socials. Also, if you'd like to join our Patreon, be a patron and donate to the channel, help us become from a third world podcast to a first world podcast. You can go to patreon.com/Keys of the Jet podcast and donate $5 a month.
Just $5 a month could help out a third world podcast become a first world podcast. For less than a cup of Starbies, you could make a gigantimous improvement. If you want to donate, then please go to the Keys to the Jet podcast Patreon at patreon.com/Keys to the Jet podcast. That's patreon.com/Keys to the Jet podcast. Again, go to patreon.com/Keys to the Jet podcast. patreon.com/Keys to the Jet podcast.
Wow. Yes. Thank you. Patreon.com/Keys of the Jet podcast. I'd like to thank our current patrons. Gregory. Man, I wasn't coughing until I went to record this episode, and then it happened. Anyways, Gregory, the mayor, Goodyear, fuck you, Cody, and Freaky Freeland. Thank you guys for being an ongoing part of this channel. We love you. Or channel, podcast. We love you guys. Thank you. And if you'd like to join them again, you can go to patreon.com/Keys of the Jet podcast. It's only $5 a month. So go there. Anyways, let's get into a little bit of history today, okay? Today, and bear with me. I kind of got a little script thing going here. Bear with me. All right. So what we're talking about is we're talking about the U.S. military's first aircraft. From wooden frames to fighter missions. All right. Well, all right. You know what? We need some more. We need some different dramatic music here. Let's try this one. I don't like that one. Can you take me higher? So we're going to put Tokyo Drift back on. You like Tokyo Drift? That's my... Ooh. For the intro. Oh, man, trying to find this perfect bit of music for you here. Here, we'll go here. We'll go here. All right. All right, folks. Today, buckle up, because today we're going all the way back to when the U.S. military first got their grubby little hands on an airplane. We're talking 1909. Horse and buggy era. When dudes still thought mustache wax was a personality trait. This is the story of the U.S. Army's first airplane, officially known as the Wright Military Flyer of 1909. This wasn't just some barnstormer stunt plane. This sucker was Uncle Sam's first official purchase of an aircraft. And spoiler alert, it set the stage for every fighter, bomber, and attack jet we've ever drooled over since. Setting the stage. The Wright brothers had proven flight was possible in 1903 with the Flyer at Kitty Hawk. By 1908, they were demoing in both Europe and the U.S. to secure contracts. The U.S. Army Signal Corps was tasked with aviation. Yes! The same guys in charge of pigeons, telegraphs, and flags. In December 1907, the Army issued specification number 486, calling for heavier-than-air flying machine. The requirements were nuts for the time. It could carry 2 people, needed to carry 2 people, fly at 40 miles per hour for at least an hour, land without killing everyone, and be transportable by Army wagon. That was basically the request for proposal that kicked off military aviation. The aircraft, built by the Wright Company in Dayton, Ohio, design was based on the 1908 Wright Flyer Model A, but modified to Army specifications. Excuse me, here are the specs. It was a 2-seat biplane, 32 freaking horsepower, 4-cylinder, water-cooled Wright engine, chain drive, turning 2 pusher propellers. Wingspan was 36 feet 6 inches. The length was 28 feet 11 inches, and the height was 8 feet 1 inch. And the empty weight of this beast was 740 pounds, and the max speed is 42 miles per hour. Range and endurance of this was 1 hour, roughly 40 miles. The crew of this aircraft was a pilot and an observer, and the controls the Wright's quirky wing warping system, plus forward elevator canard and twin rudders. Think of it as the F-22 Raptor's great granddaddy, but made of spruce wood, muslin fabric, not muslin, muslin fabric, and bicycle parts. Interesting so far, huh? Interesting so far. Yeah, okay. The trials at Fort Myer. Testing was held at Fort Myer, Virginia, just outside Washington, D.C. in 1908 to 1909. Orville Wright did the flying. That's interesting. In September 1908, tragedy struck. A propeller snapped, causing a crash that killed Lieutenant Thomas Selfridge, the first person to die in a powered airplane crash. The Wrights regrouped, reinforced the design, and came back in 1909. That's crazy. So it's the first aircraft crash. Lieutenant Thomas Selfridge, first person to die in a powered airplane crash in 1908. Weird. Crazy. Final acceptance trial, July 30th, 1909. Orville flew with Lieutenant Benjamin Foulois. I am butchering this dude's name. As passenger. The aircraft stayed aloft for 1 hour and 40 seconds, meeting all Army requirements. You know what the price was for this airplane? $30,000. That's about $1 million. $1 million. That's my impression of Dr. Evil. It's not very good. The official designation of this airplane was Signal Corps Airplane Numero Uno, or number 1. Yeah. That's pretty interesting so far. That's crazy. I had no idea, actually. The service life of this airplane is signed in Signal Corps Aeronautical Division, the Army's first air unit. Stationed initially at College Park, Maryland, the world's oldest continuously operated airfield. Primary pilot, Lieutenant Benjamin Foulois, later became Chief of the Air Corps. Only one aircraft purchased. No fleet, just this lone bird. For now. Operational use of this airplane was training pilots, demonstrations for the Army brass, early scouting observation experiments. The end of service for this bird was retired officially in 1911 after just 2 years. It was damaged multiple times, rebuilt, and eventually sent to the Smithsonian Institution. Today it's displayed at National Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C. You should go check it out. I want to go check it out. I think it'd be freaking cool to go see. Let's see here. The legacy of this aircraft, the Wright Military Flyer, was a proof of concept. Aircraft could be military tools and not just toys. I mean, the aircraft wasn't just a toy. They were using it for money. Its purchase marked the creation of U.S. military aviation, what would evolve into the Air Service. In 1918, the Air Corps, 1926, Army Air Forces in 1941, and finally the U.S. Air Force in 1947. And it paved the way for squadrons, doctrine, and eventually strategic bombing and jet fighters. And what we have today, 5th, 6th, 7th. No, I'm just kidding. Our 5th generation fighters. And so to wrap this thing up, the Wright Military Flyer was the Army's first leap into the air. Without it, there'd be no squadrons bombers, no bombers in World War II, no fighters over Korea, no stealth jets today. Every Screaming Eagle driver, every salty maintainer, every crusty QA guy out there owes a little nod to this rickety wood and canvas kite that the Army rolled the dice on back in 1909. From signal corps pigeons to supersonic raptors, it's been a ride. Crazy, man. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Kind of a cool concept. I know this was a little short thing for you there, you know. A little short historical deal for you there for you. Give you a one. It's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a while. I could sing just like Stain. If they needed a new frontman, I would be it. I'd be in there. They call me and they'd be like, "Hey man, can you sing just like that one dude from Stained? We need a new lead singer just like him, dude." And I'd be like, "It's been a while, and I'm on her, and I'm on in the near field. It's been a while, from all world here, from all world." You know, or I mean, I could sing like Creed. I gotta remember the song. Let me shut this off real quick. Oh, yeah. Over now, I'm sleeping from the end, and I'm thinking, I'm here, ain't no how, oh, bye, bye, bye. Over now, I'm sleeping from the edge, and I'm thinking, woo, man, I am pretty awesome. Actually, you know what? Now that we're taking a little break here for a second, I started a secondary podcast. Nothing about aviation, but thought that, you know, I would do it because I'm just going to do stuff until shit sticks to the wall. And it lets me talk and get my creativity out of my head. And the things that are boiling up there, just, I want to talk. I like to talk to people. I like to talk to you. Yeah, you in the back. You right there. Yeah, you. I like to sit here and I like to talk. And if you like to hear me talk, cool. If you don't like to hear me talk, if you like to make fun of me while I'm talking, that's even cooler too, because I like to make fun of me too. Let's see. So, pardon. This podcast that I just created is called Gas, Wheels, Motors, and Rotors. And yes, it's about what the title is. Anything that burns gas, makes noise, pisses your neighbors off. You got ASMR. You got a wrench on. Off-road vehicles, motorcycles, tractors, lawnmowers, trains, whatever. If it's got a gas, wheels, motors, and rotors, and it pisses you off, we're talking about it. I've already put out 3 episodes. I put out the introductory episode. I put out an episode about the Harley Davidson Evo motor that they used in the what do you call it? Sportster. And I put out an episode about the Chevrolet Chevelle, one of my favorite cars. Why, you ask? Why'd you create another podcast, Michael or Red? Why? Well, like I said, I think it's just something to help me get stuff that is trapped inside my head. Some, you know, creativity type stuff, right? Lets me just freaking sit here and flap my gums for a half hour. Also, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I like doing. Maybe I was born to just flap my gums for 30 minutes about nonsense, you know? So yeah, go check it out. It's all wherever podcasts are broadcast, just like this one. It's called Gas, Wheels, Motors, and Rotors. It's on YouTube, Instagram, Facebooks. It's in its infancy where I'm fine-tuning things. So, go check it out. Go give it a follow. A like, a listen. Yeah. Cool. Right on. Thanks. Let's get into this day in aviation. Woo! All right. August 15th. Is that what day it is? Good Lord. Is that music up too loud? I think it is. Here we go. There. All right. This day in aviation, 15 August 1962. Let's see. No, we're not talking about that one. We're working here. Sorry, it's reading words. I'm looking at it here. Let's see. Oof. You know what? Not much happened. I don't read words. Sorry. I'm just kidding. Oh, let's see. Let's get into some news and shit going on here, especially for you airmen, Air Force people. Some airmen face delayed PCS moves because of funding problems. The U.S. Air Force delayed moves of an unknown number of airmen slated to change duty station within the continental United States. Problem with budget. Many of our airmen just got notified extension of their PCS cycle, some close proximity of the PCS date. Terribly unsettling. I'm sure it is. He's so upset. He said, adding that he would look into the issue. They knew about this coming on. I see the posts on like Air Force Airmen NCO on Facebook. They've known about this for a long time. The Air Force proactively managing its fiscal year budget to ensure responsible stewardship of resources. They're just trying to keep people there. Do less with more. Do more with less. Or whatever, man. I don't know. That sucks. I feel for you guys. Oh, this is crazy, dude. Passenger on F-15 ride along ejected on a runway. On a taxiway. A nonner, which is a non-sortie producing motherfucker. He was supposed to get an incentive flight in an F-15. And apparently he ejected, which is crazy talk, dude. This is why you don't give nonners rides, man. This is why you should just leave the rides for the maintainers. But no, let's give every nonner. Let's give every fucking nonner we know a ride. Not maintainers. I saw it while I was in. Saw it. They gave a ride, a fucking nonner, every fucking week. Every Friday. I had a tub. Or even more than once a week. I had a tub, a D model, 2-seater. So I had a lot of the incentive rides. And yeah, dude. Like, it was nonstop. Were they giving them to maintainers? Fuck no, they weren't. These people don't give a fuck about the maintainers. They're just like, oh, good for you. You got a fucking medal and we're going to give you a ride. And now look what happens. You got some nonner fucking punching out on the runway. Not even in the air. What a fucking idiot. Again, this is why you don't give nonners rides. This is why you keep them the fuck away from the flight line. They could come through and ooh and ah. Look it, that's a wing. Why is it gray? Why is it only 3 wheels? How many engines does it do? Does that go underwater? What does that do? What's that one do? Hey, what's that one do? Hey, mister, what does that one do? Yeah, keep them the fuck away. They cause accidents and they kill people, which this could have been a lot worse. They're unsafe. They don't know how to fucking be around. They don't know how to be around airplanes. Anyways, check this out. Broken propeller caused $13 million military Reaper drone to crash into the sea. Interesting. An Air Force MQ-9 Reaper drone crashed into the Mediterranean Sea last December when its propeller became decoupled and stopped working. And the accident investigation found. Pardon me. MQ-9, which belonged to the 432nd Wing at Creech Air Force Base in Nevada, likely suffered a mid-flight failure of critical ring that kept the propeller functional, which led to the December 16th crash. The Reaper, which is operated remotely by a pilot sensor operator from blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it fucking dropped in the ocean. Good for you. Dang, man. What else we got? Pardon? I guess Trump and Putin are meeting today in Alaska. Saw a video of them walking up and the fucking F-22 is flying over. Cool. Right on. Let's get into some more news. Ooh. Whoa. This is some crazy stuff. Let's see. FAA Insider opens up about drone incursions over military bases. Yeah, people are using drones to spy on us. Weird. Are you really surprised? Ukraine sinks Russian cargo ship in Caspian Sea. For the first time, Ukraine has extended its drone strikes to ships carrying Iranian weapons across the Caspian Sea. Wow, that's a fucking whack ass ship anyways. Ukraine carried an audacious drone strike on the Caspian Sea port of Olia in Russia's Astrakhan region, hitting one cargo vessel, that Kiev says was being used to transport arms from Iran. UK-based maritime security firm Ambry confirmed to TWZ, that's where I'm getting my news. Excuse me. That was the first time a directed attack of this kind had been made. That resulted in one ship sunk. It also appears to be the first time Ukraine has successfully targeted any kind of vessel in the Caspian Sea. Nice, dude. Great. Good to know. What else? What else? La 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 la. Let's see. Yeah, okay. US MQ-9 drone just flew a mission deep into Mexico. Sorry for the delay there, guys. I was looking for just trying to read some stuff before I, you know, just barfed out the news to you or whatever. The fly of the U.S. Customs Border Patrol Guardian drone comes as the Trump administration ramping up its campaign against Mexican drug cartels. Yeah, it's got that blue stripe on it, dude. Are you hiring? Just kidding. MQ-9 Guardian medium altitude long range drone operated by U.S. Customs Border Patrol flew deep in Mexico this morning, according to flight tracking data. What at last appears publicly to be a very rare event comes as the Trump administration reportedly authorizes military to take action against cartels in Mexico. The drone took off from San Angelo, flew more than 800 miles south, 600 miles deep into Mexican airspace, according to data provided by Flight Radar 24. How does Mexico feel about this? That's probably. How does Mexico feel about this? I mean, it is what it is. What are you going to do about it, bitch? Right? What are you going to do about it? Well, you guys, I've come to a point where we're going to keep these guys a little short because, number one, I don't want to drag you through this with me not talking about shit you want to hear. Short and sweet. I'm not talking to anybody or interviewing anybody, so let's keep it a little bit short, a little bit light. Remember, if you'd like to, let's see here.
Let's talk about your cable ace award.
Let's talk about buttered sausage. Talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it does, why is it doing what it's doing. Get it out of my face. What about buttered sausage?
That's not your jam. It's not your thing. You don't like it?
It's not my jam. I don't buy jam. I buy honey, and I kiss it on the lips.
Dang. All right, guys. Remember, you can follow us on all the social medias: Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Rumble, TikTok. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's, you know what? Let's do it like Blackbeard used to do it here. All right. So find it here. If you want to follow us, social media sites: Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, Top X. You can find us Streaming on wherever podcasts are broadcast. Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio, Pandora, wherever your flavor of streaming platform is. So head on over, check out our new podcast called Gas, Wheels, Motors, and Rotors. That's gas, wheels, motors, and rotors. There are commas in between there. You can find those on Facebooks, Instagram, and YouTubes. Also streaming on all streaming platforms. Amazon, Spotify, Apple. Go check us out. Go follow, like, subscribe. Suggest what you want to hear. What do you want to hear? Go on, go check it out, and you won't be disappointed. Also, one last thing. If you'd like to be a patron of Patreon, you can head over to patreon.com/Keys to the Jet podcast. And only $5 a month gets you stuff. Gets you good, cool stuff. Don't you want stuff? Don't you like stuff? Do you want stuff? I'll give you stuff. Just go over there and subscribe. Sign up. Sign up and I'll give you stuff if you want stuff. Hey, go over there, subscribe, and say, Red, I'm subscribed. What stuff do I get? And I'll get you stuff. You want stuff? I get you stuff. You want to get stuffed? I get you stuffed. Yeah. No. Go on over patreon.com/Keys to the Jet podcast. It's only $5 bucks. This has been my time. I appreciate you sticking around till the end. Hope you liked our little history lesson in the beginning. I figured talking about history and things like that you may not know about. I may not know. It helps me learn. Helps you learn about, different things that basically brought what is our now aviation nation into fruition. It helps. It all helps, man. It all helps. All right. Everybody go out there and love everyone. Just do what you gotta do. If you're active duty, go fucking find a new guy and cargo strap him to a chair. Throw some shit from the fridge on him. Just for good time. Just for old time's sakes. They don't have to be doing nothing. They can just look at you wrong. Go get a big old bottle of paste pecani sauce. Throw them on those new fucking multicams. That shit ain't coming out. Nope. Get some pet. Put it in their hair. Remember when we used to do that shit? Chase people down? Have fun? Now the Air Force is fucking stuffy and shit because people can't handle their shit because they're pussies. Yeah. Sad. Real sad. All right, guys, I'm getting out of here. I love you. Say it back. You. I'm talking to you. Say it back. I'm not leaving until you do. I'm waiting. Good. Thank you. Thank you. I love you too. All right. Catch you guys next week. you want to hear something specific, let me know. If you want to be on the show, let me know. We'll try to have a family reunion soon. Right on? All right. Right on, you guys. It's closing time. And I'm out of here. Okay, bye.